The beginning of our story will be shown with a spaceship of scientists who will take samples of large meteor rocks for examination. Then the scene changes to a woman enjoying the beautiful sunset, which is all a dream. Now humans no longer live on Earth, but they live on a spaceship whose name is Rain, accompanied by an artificial human, or what could be called an artificial person, who is similar to a human named Andy. Since his father died, Andy has considered Rain to be his own brother. Now Rain wants to propose a transfer where they and the people in this colony are miners who have stopped on another planet. Rain proposes to be transferred to Yvga, where Rain can see sunlight like in her dreams, but she is shocked by the screams of Andy, who is being beaten by naughty children. Rain immediately provided help by researching Andy, who was damaged. In the midst of Rain's sadness at not being able to move to Yvga, Rain was contacted by his friend to come to see him. He said that there was something he wanted to say. Rain also met his friends Kay, Tyler, Bjorn, and Naveron. They said that they all wanted to go to Yvga and find an opportunity. Naveron, with his computer radar, found a spaceship belonging to the company that was abandoned. They planned to take the pod or the plane's fuel resources to get to their destination. Because of this, they need Andy. Andy is a robot made by the company and can open the door to the spaceship that has been abandoned. Rain had disagreed. Rain saw the bird that was trapped and couldn't be free. In his heart, Rain didn't want it to be like that. Finally, Rain agreed and went towards the spaceship. They all got ready and left full of hope. They managed to penetrate the atmosphere and were immediately amazed because they saw such beautiful sunlight that they had never seen on a planet before. It took them 9 years to get to the Yvga. With the fuel they would take and sleep at freezing point. They would only sleep like 1 day and arrive at the Yvga. They all felt full of hope. Rain hugged Andy and told him to be careful. Andy, Bjorn, and Tyler are now getting ready to enter the abandoned company's ship. They have to crawl through the hull and see dead mice floating in what is called a gravity reverser. Spaceships usually do this to avoid pressure and explosions. They all managed to enter the room, but the gravity reverser returned to normal, which caused them all to fall. Tyler found the pod, or the plane's fuel. Tyler then checked it, and it turns out that the pod is not enough to only contain 3 years of travel, while it took them 9 years to get to Yvga. With his tool, Tyler found other sources of fuel from which they might be able to get more. Meanwhile, Navarro moved the ship to fit the ejection pod into their spaceship. Suddenly, Kay vomited. Rain realized when she was holding her stomach that she was pregnant. Kay told Rain to keep it a secret from her older brother, Tyler. On their way, they found an artificial human that was damaged. They panicked, but they didn't pay attention to it. Andy opened the door with his finger, and they all rushed to look for the fuel they wanted. When they pulled it, suddenly the emergency alarm went off, which caused the door to be locked and couldn't be opened even by Andy. Because of this, Navarro and Rain decided to meet them in hopes of getting them out of the locked door. Rain finds an artificial human that has been damaged. Rain is curious about what happened, so he takes his memory and wants to transfer it to Andy so that Rain knows what really happened. Rain also gave his memory to Tyler so he could put it into Andy. Andy had to reset for a few minutes. Without them realizing it, the aliens had now risen again from their frozen sleep. Bjorn is pulled underwater, which causes him to panic. Bjorn was attacked by a parasitic alien, but luckily he was able to fight back. Tyler's turn to be attacked by the aliens. They put a strange object in the victim's mouth. Luckily, Bjorn helped him with an electric shock. When he wanted to be attacked again, fortunately Andy was programmed and realized that he had caught and thrown the alien. Somehow Andy was now able to open the door, which in emergency mode, they all ran and saved themselves. One of the aliens managed to get in and pounce on Navarro, which made us choke and become unconscious. Bjorn tried to let him go, but Andy forbade his. Andy suddenly seemed to have another personality. He suddenly knew everything after he was reset using another artificial memory. Andy doesn't know how to stop the parasitic alien. Rain also has the mind to revive other damaged artificial robots. They fixed it, and that's when the artificial told him that the alien was implanting its seed, uniting it from DNA and making it a real alien. The artificial explained that in the past researchers had fought it, but they were all destroyed because the aliens were difficult to defeat and their blood also contained a compound that could melt any object. Tyler, with his freezing machine, started aiming at the alien, and Bjorn grabbed the alien and was shocked by the strange object that came out of his mouth. The artificial tells him that Navarro's life is only compared to 60 and 40. He doesn't know if the alien has completed his task or not. And he received advice that he had to kill Navarro because he might have been infected. However, Bjorn didn't accept it and instead electrocuted Andy, Bjorn, and Navarro, who were running away on the plane. Andy tried his best to catch Navarro, but he managed to escape. Rain and Tyler were left behind by them. Kay tries to ask what happened, but Navarro has now been infected with the alien's DNA. His foot accidentally touched the control device, which caused the spaceship to continue turning sideways, which made it out of control and crashed into the abandoned spaceship. Now Navarro is dead and alien parasites are growing in his body. The spaceship hit a wall so that the air inside was pulled out. Fortunately, the system detected it and took action by closing the next door. However, the system informed them that their ship would hit the asteroid belt in 60 minutes. Because of that, they had to hurry. The asteroid belt is similar to the rings on the planet Saturn. Rain peeked into the room, but he was shocked by the appearance of a monster in the window, while Andy was meeting another artificial who gave him a new task. Where the previous task was to protect Rain, now the artificial gave him a new task, namely bringing lab samples to the company. Andy then explained that the parasitic aliens could not see, but felt body temperature. Rain had another idiom, namely equalizing the room temperature to their body temperature. However, the stress of panic fear will trigger their body temperature. Sweat and goosebumps can lower their body temperature. They tried to get past the aliens, and sure enough, they didn't realize their presence. Rain was shocked because there was an artificial human hanging, but fortunately it was okay. Meanwhile, apparently Kay is still safe. She is shocked by the appearance of Bjorn, who tells her to be quiet. Bjorn plans to electrocute the alien stuck to the wall. He turns on the device and thrusts it into the alien's body, which causes it to emit acid. However, Bjorn was stabbed, which caused him to fall. Not only that, Bjorn was also dripped with acid from the alien until he died. Kay tried to contact Tyler via the radio at the door. Suddenly, this made Tyler confused because he was faced with two choices: help his sister or become a victim. Tyler tells him that you can open the door using the key next to the green button. Luckily, Kay managed to open the door, but she fell, which made Tyler shiver. Because of that, they ran with all their might, without any concern. Andy closed the door without waiting for them to enter. Fortunately, Tyler was nimble and managed to get in. Now the time the plane will hit the asteroid is 30 minutes away. Because of the water extinguisher, Kay realized and rushed to the door. Luckily, Tyler was able to meet Kay and rushed to help her. Tyler asked Andy to open the door, but he didn't because Andy saw a monster that could endanger them all. As a result, Kay was stabbed by the monster and made Rain slap Andy. Andy invites them to hurry back. Now they arrived at the Romulus Beta laboratory room. Andy also explained everything that their colony was dying, new diseases in every cycle. Humans were never suitable for space colonization. They were too fragile. Because of this, the humans made a potion that changed their genes to become strong. Their mission was to bring this vaccine to the colony, and in further research, Andy brought the vaccine to set the plane into automatic mode and take it to the colony. But Andy saw the monitor, and it turned out that the monster was hunting them. Because of this, Andy gave Tyler and Rain weapon. Tyler teaches Rain to use a weapon, where the weapon automatically aims at the target. However, Andy told him not to shoot the aliens because they were on the lowest floor. If the liquid hit the floor, it would cause instant decompression. In the middle of a dark street, when Andy turned on the lights, they were shocked because there were so many nests that the aliens had made. They rushed to find another way, but Tyler heard Kay's sister's voice. Because of this, he passed by and found Kay, who was hanging with the other victims. Kay looks alive, but the lack of blood makes her dying. Andy offers a vaccine to help her immunity. However, Rain doesn't believe in the vaccine and intends to take her on the plane with a freezing capsule. When they wanted to take the elevator, an alien appeared who pounced on Tyler, hit Andy, and took him to the other aliens. Andy looked broken. Didn't want to waste time. Rain took Kay up the elevator. In the middle of the journey, Rain was moved to stop and take Andy. Rain gave the vaccine to Kay and told him that at the end of the elevator, it was to their plane. When the rain falls, Kay seems to be no longer able to cope with his wound, so he injects himself with a vaccine. Rain is now researching Andy's memory, which caused him to lose his intelligence. Rain and Andy run towards the plane, but the road is deadlocked and they are surrounded by lots of aliens. Rain also used a gravity counter so that the acid from the aliens did not penetrate the bottom of the plane. Rain killed all the aliens. When he wanted to pass through the acid, he almost got hit by it. Luckily, he fired a gun which pushed him down. When they used the elevator, it turned out it didn't move because of the gravity counter, which made them have to jump in the air upwards. But Rain's leg was pulled by one of the aliens, who immediately shot Rain and made him fly uncontrollably. It's time for the reversal of gravity to return to normal. The rain falls quickly. However, one of the monsters caught him. Because the acid from the aliens fell, the plane leaked and sucked up everything that was there. Luckily, the lift above fell quickly and closed the air so it didn't leak out. Of course, everything wasn't over yet. Another alien tried to get close to Rain. Fortunately, Andy with his laser gun shot the alien to death. Now that their spaceship is about to hit an asteroid, they rush away by activating autopilot. Rain takes Kay into a freezing capsule so the wound can be treated. Rain is now reviewing Andy's duties, namely to look after each other and give the best. In the capsule, apparently, there is a problem, like the person who injected the vaccine will now give birth and might become an alien. It's true that the baby that came out was not a human baby, but an alien, which is why the Rain kept it away and intended to throw it into a vacuum. Rain takes a freezing tool so that the alien doesn't mutate to become bigger. However, the baby fluid made a hole in the plane and changed the plane from autopilot to manual. Andy woke up and rushed to meet Rain. Andy saw Kay, who was lying down, and the alien, who had mutated to look very similar to humans. The alien kills Andy and approaches Kay. Rain saw Andy lying down and rushed towards Kay, where he had been eaten by the alien. Rain tried to shoot the freezer, but it was very difficult, and when it opened, the alien made Rain bounce and caused a leak in the freezer, which makes the air very cold. Everything in the room became frozen. Because of this, Rain rushed to get and put on the astronaut suit. He looked at the monitor that had to unload the load. Rain fell and tried to lure the alien to come and take him to empty space. Rain had to shift for levers to be able to remove the bottom load. When the 3 levers had been shifted, the monster never appeared. Rain uses the baby alien's fluid, which causes decompression, and the alien is carried away by the current. Luckily, Rain was able to climb and finish. Happy ending, even though only one Rain remains smiley face.